They were meant to teach, but ended up destroying generations. How did charity schools become nightmares? Hi everyone, I'm your host. This is our channel, and today we'll be looking at the forgotten schools that broke children's minds. Make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss an upload. Imagine being sent to school to get an education so you can have a better life, only to be tortured both physically and mentally until you're practically a vegetable. Well, for some unfortunate children, this actually happened, and it was all in the name of charity. In the early 19th century, England was going through its Industrial Revolution, and there were lots of poor children who had no one to take care of them. So some well-meaning folks decided to set up schools to help these poor kids get an education and just generally be a positive influence in their lives. But some of these schools would go on to become a child's worst nightmare. Let's start with the Industrial School for Girls. It was run by the Church of England and was meant to help poor girls who'd been abandoned or whose parents were too poor to take care of them. But it quickly turned into a place where girls were basically enslaved. The girls would come in and be given uniforms, and then they'd be made to work as servants for the people who ran the school. If they weren't working, they were forced to attend classes where they were taught things like needlework and domestic arts, which were skills that would help them get good jobs as servants. But really, they were just preparing them to be someone else's property. The girls were also beaten regularly, and if they tried to run away, they were punished severely. Many of the girls ended up with psychological problems from the abuse they suffered there. Then we have the Boys' Charity School, which sounds like a nice place for boys to go and learn, right? Wrong. This school was a military-style institution where boys were beaten and abused by their teachers. They were forced to do hard labor, and many of them ended up with serious health problems from the poor diet they were given. The school was eventually shut down when one of the teachers was exposed for abusing the boys. And finally, we have the London Orphan Asylum, which took in children who'd lost their parents to the infamous cholera epidemic of 1854. It was meant to be a place of safety for these children, but it quickly became a place of horror. The children were crammed into filthy rooms, and the staff didn't care about their well-being. Many of the children died from diseases like tuberculosis and cholera, and those who lived were left with severe health problems. These are just a few of the forgotten schools that broke children's minds. If you want to know more about these schools and others like them, we've linked some resources in the description below. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Which of these schools was the most horrifying? Let us know in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for watching.